plan for today. I'm noticing that I'm coming on here earlier and earlier, just as I plan my agenda out for the day and whatnot. My name is Shayla. I'm founder of Walker Through Life, empowering women and children and the inner child to heal, grow, and thrive. And today our topic is about healing and self-worth. I am very, very tired today, so I do plan on going to bed a lot earlier than usual. I don't know if you remember, if you are grown up, I'm sure most grown ups see this. But back in the day when we were in school and when we had to transition from like our classroom, if you was a 90s baby, maybe you get it, I don't know. But it's just like that today too. You transition from your classroom to like lunch or recess, and you all had to be in a straight line. It was linear. Everyone had to be in a specific spot, so you had to be quiet. Kind of felt like military, but whatever. You have to be quiet, and then that's when we transitioned to one place to another. But unfortunately, or maybe it's not unfortunately, healing is not a straight line, and neither is how we see ourselves along the way. Some days you may feel like you've made so much progress. Other days, it feels like you're back at square one. That doesn't mean you're failing, it just means that you're human. Recently, I had a conversation with an individual, and some of the things that this person that we were having a conversation about, it was fine at first, and then I was triggered, and I noticed I was triggered. I was annoyed, and I started crying and things like that. And I'm just like, okay, what is going on? Which right then and there told me I need to go back to therapy because I need to figure that part of myself out so I can continue to heal and grow. Healing comes in waves. It dips, it rises, and sometimes it even crashes. But here's the truth. Every step, even the hard ones, still count. So even though I had this really hard conversation with this individual, I stood there. I guess I should say I sat there in front of the person. Um, Even when I did walk away for a minute so I can get the tears out and stuff, but the person still comforted me and prayed over me, and I really appreciated it. But even though the hard ones still count, you're not where you used to be, and that truly does matter. So the question I have for you is: have you had a moment where you thought you were over it, to only feel triggered again? And that's completely okay. That's how life is. Sometimes you just get a little trigger and you didn't know that that thing still triggered you, including songs. Think about the songs, at least for me anyways, that I don't personally listen to because it remind me of things in the past, and I'm like, I don't even want to listen to the song anymore because it reminds you of a specific individual, and you're just like, nope, not me. I don't want to go back to that. Hello, lovelies. How you guys doing today? So anyways, it sneaks up when you least expect it, especially when we're tired and when we've been rejected or when our past just starts whispering lies when you know it's not true. But I want to remind you today, your worth is not based on your performance. It's not based on how much you give or how strong you appear or how many people you keep happy. Your worth is inherent. It was never up for negotiation. So if you're a believer like me in Christ, you can say that you are enough because God says that you are. And you don't have to prove yourself to anybody. We've been so conditioned to believe that strength looks like smiling through it, looking like we can keep it all together, or never letting people see us cry. I am so sick of that. People look at me because I'm very jolly. I don't look like it right now, but I'm a very jolly, like happy individual, like 98% of the time. 95% of the time, I should say. 5% of the time, I may be like a little grumpy, tired, just like any other human. But you know what real strength is? Real strength is when you're saying, I need help. I'm not doing okay. I'm choosing myself this time because I don't want to keep putting myself in this hole of trying to do everything for everybody else. Being strong doesn't mean that you don't feel pain. Oh, interesting. I don't know why it says that. Okay, being strong doesn't mean that you don't feel pain. It means you keep showing up anyway with honesty, grace, and truth. So healing looks like, just taking the time for you and just to be honest with yourself. Have you ever had moments when you question your worth or you felt pressure to look strong even when you weren't? Just drop some comments in the comments if you feel compelled to. And if today feels really heavy for you, remember that you're not alone and we walk this out together. Thank you all for joining me, everybody, and I'll see you next week for those who are on here. Have a blessed night.